She broke up with me. I need explanation from a girl's perspective. Is she genuine? I don't see myself as overly nice because I can be quite mean when necessary. Nonetheless, I consider myself a good man. My mother taught me to treat others with respect, just as I would like to be treated. Entering this relationship, I was aware that she would likely hurt me deeply. She is the most beautiful and kindest person I've ever encountered. She mentioned that she wanted to take things slowly, perhaps just as a casual hookup. In response, I communicated that I didn't want to rush into anything either. I took her to a nice restaurant and planned a few fancy dates. I also gave her some small gifts, not intending to make a big deal out of it. My intention was to make her feel special and appreciated. Our physical intimacy was an incredible experience for me. I believe I'm reasonably good looking, although opinions may vary. I feel I have my life together, drive a nice car, and wonder if this might send the wrong impression. Nonetheless, I fell in love with her and admitted it, which was a mistake. As a result, she began distancing herself while simultaneously denying it. Eventually, she admitted that she felt she was leading me on and taking advantage of my kindness. She had faced similar situations before where people got angry when she clarified her lack of interest. I assured her that I didn't expect anything in return for my gestures. I treated her well because she deserved it, and she was free to be with anyone she chose. She then proposed being friends and hanging out, to which I responded that she should move on if she wanted. However, I assured her of my ongoing support if she ever needed help. She became emotional, crying and hugging me, explaining that she had never been treated this way before due to her past negative experiences. She wanted to hang out in a week and shared her hurtful past. I didn't want to leave, my heart was in two pieces. But despite my desire to convince her otherwise, I understood that she had made her decision, and any further attempts might seem desperate. I left it at that and expressed my lasting affection for her. The man on me, tell me I should have played the hookup game just to get sex as it was good, but some part of me is glad I lost her the way I did. I think beautiful things aren't made to last, and that's what make it special. As for your questions, will she reach out in a week to hang out? Was she genuine or acting? Explanation from a girl's perspective. What did I do wrong? I had a previous relationship when the girl which I was with for over a month and slept together countless times got panicked after I gifted her something small, $200, value. She left without taking it and ghosted me. She also was hooking up as a friend, but I just wanted to do something nice for her. Comment. Brother, you may need to learn a bit about attachment theories to try and understand things. Myself, I tend to dwell if I do not understand why things go south. Attachment theory attempts to explain some of the issues people have with relationships from the emotional injuries they receive as children. I am sure it is only a partial explanation, but I have found it fits an awful lot. It sounds like you accounted for yourself well, strong, fair, firm, and friendly. I wish you the best. Next story 2. My boyfriend and I have decided to take a break. Can it work out? My boyfriend and I have had a great relationship together for almost 2 years, but it's also had its ups and downs. I have trust issues, codependency, and depression due to unresolved trauma from my childhood that I've lacked getting treatment for until now. I've taken that out on my boyfriend severely, and while I thought I was being a great girlfriend, I definitely lacked. It took him breaking up with me a week ago for me to see that. He hasn't been trying for me for a while now, and instead of taking a step back to recognize my boyfriend is probably unhappy, I was too focused on myself to realize how terribly I was treating him, and we both became unhappy. When he broke up with me, he said that nothing he does is good enough for me and that he tries and tries to make me happy, but that he clearly can't. I left his house and was a mess. He reached out to me not even half an hour later, and though still angry was talking like he wanted to still be together and that we just really needed to work on things. We talked on the phone 2 nights after about how we would have an in-person talk in 3 days when I could see him about everything we need to get better at. That night came and it went great. We fully addressed everything and both got emotional. It was a good talk we needed to have. But the next morning my trust issues kicked in and I saw he had downloaded a dating app that we had met on right after he broke up with me. And spent 14 hours on it from Sunday till the Friday that I saw it, while he was telling me we would work things out. It felt like my world came crashing down and I felt like I had no one to blame but myself because of how I've been. My boyfriend said he felt like I didn't truly love him and that maybe he was convincing himself this was fulfilling to him because it's been so long and we're comfortable, but that in doing that he realized this is all he wants and he does see I love him and that he hates he went about it like that to find that out. I am just a mess at that point and we're talking it all out. I'm not sure what to do because he also just broke up with me, but I know it's my fault. Me knowing the person he is and how well he treated me before I forced him to become a shell of himself. I want to stay with him so bad. He makes me feel so comfortable and takes care of me, is always there for me and knows just what to say to make me feel better and good about myself. I did things I shouldn't have that he stayed with me for and was very unappreciative of him now that I'm looking back, which caused him to stop trying for me. We both have had our faults, but I know it's best if we take a break because we need to work on ourselves and can't continue a circle of toxicity. It's been so hard for us to stop talking and start the break. We just want to continue to try together. I just know if we stay together I'd be stressing over who he's talking to and would be up his butt and rude and wouldn't get over my problems. Things would get worse and we'd just end up breaking up down the line. We want to do a break so I can pour myself into hobbies and have a life for myself again, but are just so scared this means we won't have each other again because trust issues and my problems will probably take years to fix. We have talked about all of this and are currently no talking, though it's only been about 3 hours at this point. I am a mess, a complete wreck, but I have been for days. Just a giant ball of anxiety and sadness, and my stomach and body hurt so bad. I have so many regrets and am so scared that he won't ever be mine again. He is so well spoken and really is just the person you'd want by your side, who you know will make a great husband. I hate not knowing if I'm making the right decision, if I should stay with him and try to work on things now that I'm fully aware of my actions, am forced to start working on them and am finally about to start therapy. I want him to be by my side and for us to work on things together, but I also am being told that this is what I need to do and no I'd just be stressing if he's texting anyone. Just feel so lost and confused and am hurting so badly. Comment. Just keep reminding yourself that you are not healthy enough for a relationship right now. If you don't take the time to heal, then there is a very high chance that the next break will be a complete breakup with no chance of reconciliation. But that time, he will have no feelings left but hate. Go to therapy and get better. I sincerely hope this works out for you. Take the time to work on your past trauma, not because of him but for yourself. Though him downloading the dating app was a bad move and didn't help. He seems conflicted in his love for you and, sorry to put this bluntly, not wanting to be your emotional punching bag. You want him so bad, but can't help treat him badly when you even admitted he's been good to you. You are not ready for a relationship, if not addressed. Your trauma will overspill to not just any future relationship, also other close ties you have. So I reiterate, seek help, work on yourself and be better. I will warn you with how you've treated him, even when you get better. He may not want to get back together with you. True repentance of past mistakes is understanding that your actions have impact and fallout. Then accepting those potential consequences. Don't lose heart though, our mistakes teach us thousands of lessons and shape us into better people. I wish you the best of luck in working on yourself. Next story 3. Me, partner, is it me? Backstory, I'm divorced, 1 year, separated 1.5 years, from an emotionally abusive ex, NPD, whom I share a toddler with. I co-parent with my ex, and pretty much see him daily. For the most part we get along. I'm in a LDR with a sweet man who has never been married nor has kids. He has been with me through my divorce, has been such a healthy option, and our chemistry is amazing. My son loves him and he loves my son. Point of contention, me mentioning my ex outside of my son. Today I was having a conversation with a neighbor and he mentioned where he worked. I mentioned that's where my ex works as well and understand his perspective, etc. I was recapping my encounter to my boyfriend and he immediately was like, why must you bring up your ex? This has happened a few times before, where he picks on this and to me makes a mountain out of molehill. I have no filter and talk about whatever. A different time we were at my family's barbecue with extended family. I put on a sweatshirt with a rival sports team, and jokingly said, "No one tell daddy," and he was like, I don't get why you said that. No one cared and it just brings your ex into our space. For the most part, my ex leaves us alone, but I feel as though my BF is the one that makes it into an issue. I think in his head he thinks he's dating someone that broke up from a long-term relationship without a child, like closed the door, bye. However clearly we aren't that, because we have a child and have to see each other daily. Frankly I think it's his insecurity, and as I press deeper of what the underlying issue, he doesn't seem to have one. He's pretty self-secure, but this is always a point of contention and happens every so often. Is it me? Am I living in the past? It's not like I'm ex was doing this or that, I only bring up when relevant. Any advice on how to help this? I'm literally like, we need a couples counselor just for this sole issue. We are good communicators, compromise, and provide solutions together, but this one just isn't easy. Comment. He's communicating to you he does not want to hear about your ex, respectfully. I think it's you. You mentioned having nearly daily contact with your ex, as well mentioning him fairly frequently in conversation with your boyfriend. To me, that seems like a lot of intertwining of your lives.